So, hey everyone, we just finished recording our Mary Poppins bonus episode. And who heard the rumor Buzzy from Cranium Command has quit his job and walked away?
I thought he quit his job quite a while ago.
Yeah, he was just a squatter at this point.
Yes.
I'm sorry, you're going to have to explain this to me because I don't get out to Disney World so often. Panda, tell me what happened. What is this? Is it an attraction that's not open anymore?
Yeah, in the Wonders of Life Pavilion at Epcot, there used to be a great little show in the back, an animatronic show about a little boy who was being controlled by a little boy, technically, and a little boy animatronic inside his head. And we would see him go through a day at school. It was a great attraction. It really was. And Buzzy was the little animatronic that lives in the boy's head. Apparently, when they closed, they just left it there and did not utilize the space. And rumor is, which I don't quite believe, I think the internet feeds itself its own rumors. I think they're saying that somebody stole the animatronic. There's a lot of reasons why I don't believe it, but it could happen. Absolutely. I'm going to say 90% sure it didn't happen, but there's that 10% that it could. It would have to be, unbolstered from a lot of things, and it would just be very hard to get past security unless it's cast members stealing it. But it's a big rumor, and it got legs. It went viral that it got stolen.
Be a big inside job because it's backstage. You would have to have a vehicle. You'd have to have more than one person because these things are heavy. You'd have to have some knowledge of how to get it out of there.
It would have to be on camera somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, that went through my head. I thought, okay, if this got stolen, you told me a little bit earlier that this had to be an inside job. There's no way.
You should YouTube later if it's out somewhere. I don't know if anybody has Cranium Command, and just watch the show. It was an awesome show.
Okay.
And I'm not encouraging you to watch it, but I think it's Backdoor Disney. Someone snuck in there with a camera, and they've got footage of Buzzy just sitting in the dark somewhere on YouTube. But I wanted to ask you guys, not that any of us would actually steal something, but if we could appropriate something from the Disney art. Uh-oh. Panda's ready.
Panda just held up a wrench. He's good to go.
I'm ready.
All right, you and me are going to talk later because I want the Hatbox Ghost. Now, if you guys could appropriate any one thing from the Disney archives, be it movies, theme parks, Star Wars not included, what would it be?
Now he says Star Wars not included. Well, if it's theme parks, does it matter if it's Star Wars or not? I mean, like, that they just built that brand new Millennium Falcon. That would look so good in my backyard.
I think you might get noticed with that one.
Okay, so it has to be something small. Is that what we're saying?
Just anything, though. If you could take anything home and display it in your home from the Disney archives, be it from a movie, a theme park, a costume, what would you guys want in your home?
Well, I know my next door neighbor wants to get a pool put in. So I'm thinking that if you want to talk animatronics, I could put one of those doors with those pickaxes to work by setting it up in his backyard, and it can dig a hole for him.
Okay.
Wow.
See, you're way too nice because mine is for me, not my neighbor.
Oh, no, I still keep the animatronic after. I'll keep the dopey or whatever, which one I happen to fit in my PT Cruiser. But
if you got the sunroof, you can
have an
stick out.
automatic pitch maker. Just by put a pick in his hand and they go back and forth digging a hole.
Would he dig and dig?
Dig
the whole day through? So, Stan, you're going to say, and if you could appropriate anything from the archives, what would you want?
I would probably take a tiki bird because I would want to program it to hang like in my kitchen above the table and just have conversations with people every now and then, like kind of like talk to the people and talk back. But it would have to be an original, it's a real tiki bird. I think that would be, yeah.
That's excellent.
I was going to say Madame Leota's head, but you can do that. You can actually make one yourself with a projector, and it looks really great. So I'm going with the tiki bird.
I think that's a great one.
Thank you.
Do you have a favorite tiki bird you want to take home?
Yeah, probably Jose.
Good choice. Not Rosita?
Oh, is she the one? Oh, dear darling, people sitting under me. Is that her? I
No,
forget
she's the one
what
that
is
left,
Rosita's-
but she's returned to the tropical hideaway.
Oh, yes. No, I don't know her too well. No. I like the accents on them, though.
Have any of you seen the? It was a picture that came up, and I'm not sure it wasn't up for very long. If Disney managed to put a kibosh on it or what, but someone posted a picture of Stitch from Stitch's Great Escape without his fur on, the animatronic.
Skeletal Nightmare Stitch?
Yeah. That was creepy as heck.
That's creepy.
It looked like the bones of Stitch just laying there. And he was probably behind the Stitch you and I were taking a picture with. He's probably just behind us with the real Stitch.
That was a great animatronic. I liked that animatronic.
It really was a great
movements were
animatronic.
nice. Yeah.
Well, now we know we'll never see him again, sadly.
Well, you never know. They'll repurpose and reuse. They're famous for that.
So, Mindy, if you could take something home from the archives to display at your house, what would it be?
Okay, so go big or go home, so I can't make a choice. Either Walt Disney's office desk or the bench he sat on to think up Disneyland. So either one. I'm a big, huge, history buff when it comes to Walt, and I love Walt himself. So having his desk in my house I'd never leave it. I don't know, I'd just touch it every day, because can you imagine having that desk in your house? What would that mean? What would that do to you?
That's some good energy. I agree.
That is phenomenal. Or the bench he sat there and thought of. I did sit on it, though. I got to sit on it. There's two of them that I know of. One at Griffith Park and one at Disneyland. And it's in Lincoln, in there. You can go in, and the lady saw me, goo-goo guying over it, because I just left an all-day tour with Bob Gurr, and we went to Griffith Park, and we got to see the bench there. And she saw me, I was at the Disneyland, and she saw me looking at it. She's like, okay, well, she moved the rope and let me go sit on it. So I got to sit on this said very bench. So I just might like that in my house, but that I wouldn't let my kids sit on either. Either one.
I got to ask, if you had Walt's desk, would you put it in your private office and keep that door locked at all times?
Yes, nobody would touch that. That would be my desk.
How often would you sit at it?
Every day. Who wouldn't? And that it's antique. That just makes me even more giddy. I love antiques. I love them.
So, Mindy, you've been to Griffith Park, obviously, and you've seen the bench. How protected is this bench? I mean, I'm sure it's bolted down to the ground, but other than that,
It's not.
It's
not
very-
bolted to the ground.
Yeah.
No,
So
it's actually. So I
What's
went with
preventing
Bob.
someone to going there at 2 a.m?
Well, okay, that's a good
Oh, wait,
question.
hold on,
So-
Stan. You do not want to go to Griffith Park at 2 in the morning.
No. So
Okay.
here's the thing.
Unless you're looking for trouble.
This carousel is down a hill. It's the original carousel. The actual horses are made of wood. At night, they close the doors, so it's completely shielded off with metal.
Like garage doors, yeah.
Yeah, kind of like this. They roll down, so you can really not get into it. It's completely covered, so you cannot get into the carousel. But once you get in, it's having an awning around the carousel, and that's what closes. So when it's open, the doors are up, and it's completely open. But inside, they've got the remind me of what sings this music. It's
The Calliope thing.
Calliope, yeah. It's over there. It's the original one, but down below, it's just this little, I would say it's 4 feet tall. It's just a metal fence, and it's just inside, but you can look over and stare at it, and it's sitting right there, and it's got a plaque on it. It says, this is the bench that Walt Disney sat on. It's got a picture of him. And I
do have a video of it.
Yeah, and I sat on this very carousel with Bob Gurr, and he was acting all giddy, he's just like Dick Van Dyke, like this little 10-year-old kid at heart, and he's like, yeehaw! And this carousel, let me tell you, it goes fast, guys. If you go to Griffith Park, hang on, because it goes so fast. It kind of makes you a little sick, but it's not blocked off and it's not chained down. And I just stared at it, and the worker was like, "You have to get out of the way," because I just kept gawking over it. So, but the one at Disneyland is just by itself, and it's just literally behind this velvet rope drop. Like, you could go to it, you can touch it if you like bend over far enough, but it's there.
Like, we have a park here in Winnipeg. It's the Assiniboine Park, and it's not too far from me. It's very kind of similar to, I've never been to it, but I'm guessing Central Park is like in New York. But it gets closed at night, where they actually close off the gates, and you can't drive through the park. And pretty much in the middle of the park, they have this statue called the Boy with the Boot, and it's in the middle of a fountain, and it's a solid brass, very heavy statue with a boy, and he's holding a boot, and water pours out of the boot, the hole in the boot. And it's well known throughout anybody that lives in Winnipeg. And that statue's been stolen like 4 times. And I think it's 100 years old. But they managed to get it back eventually because somebody knows somebody, or somebody finds it in someone's garage, and they find it, and they tell the police, and they get it back and they reinstall it. But like, how has no one ever stolen this bench? It boggles my mind.
It's the vibe around it. You don't want to take this home because someone somewhere will find you.
Yeah.
Who's to say they haven't stolen it? This could be the 5th bench.
That's true.
Statues a little different.
They could have an employee in the back whose job is once a week go look for benches on eBay.
They got 30 benches in the shed with the plaque on it.
There is a third one in the Walt Disney Museum. Excuse me. I know there's one there too, but
his Walt sat around, eh?
I know. So you never really know which one he was sitting on, but they are the original benches, because it's kind of funny when you go there. There's like 7 benches that go all the way around it, and they obviously replaced them. They're newer, but those are supposed to be the benches that Walt sat on thinking up Disneyland. So Disneyland is my home park. Obviously, I go all the time, but Walt is my homeboy. So if I could,
and that's what I'm going to title this. Walt is my homie.
There you go.
Well, everyone's going to laugh at mine, but I sincerely and truly want this, and I have always wanted this since I was a child. I want Vincent from the Black Hole.
My husband,
okay.
Sorry he's not here. He would totally high-five you right now. That is his favorite Disney movie of all time.
Have you
I knew I liked Mr. Mindy.
Have you watched it recently?
Dude, I watched that movie more than I should. I'm like one of 4 people that truly loves that movie.
You and Brandon are going to get together this August and have a field day, I tell you what, because D23 is going to be a blast. Let me tell you.
I watched it last month, and it does not hold up.
Me either. I'm staring at him like, you like this movie? This is a Disney movie?
You have to love it. It's one of those, you love it and you hate it. And I think there's like 8 of us in the whole world that really love this movie.
You and Brandon make 2 of those 8.
I saw it
We're
as
a quarter of the fans.
And I don't remember it, but I saw it in the theater.
Yeah, I saw it in the theater. And I was
Is Vincent a robot?
Yeah.
Okay,
He's got the voice of Roddy McDowell.
Yes. Okay, I have little memory of it, a little bit.
You have to go rewatch it now, huh?
John, if you watch it, you will not remember the movie that you saw.
Okay, I will let you know.
I will watch it with you, and I will make you a fan of this.
Okay, all right, I'm in.
I have the soundtrack on vinyl and in iTunes, and I'll leave it there.
I confuse that in my mind with Heart Beeps with Bernadette Peter or Love Beeps, something like that. Okay,
Yeah.
They're all a big blur to me.
Yeah, no, once you start watching it, you go... I remember watching it as a kid and loving it in the theater, and renting the VHS as a kid, and really enjoying the VHS. And that was like the last time I watched it. I was probably like 11 the last time I watched it.
I'm getting mad, Disney, because I have the Apple Dumpling Gang on Blu-ray, but I do not have the Black Hole. Give me a darn Blu-ray release of this movie.
They have it on DVD, because I just bought it last month and watched it.
Not good enough. I want it on...
He wants full resolution.
4K.
I was happy with the DVD because I'm probably not going to watch it again anytime soon.
Brandon and I are a quarter of the audience that like this movie.
You can bring it to the house and watch it in the middle of the night. You two, y'all can get some popcorn and live it up with the blue hole, the black
Blue
hole,
hole.
whatever it's called.
You know how gratifying it'll be to finally watch this movie with somebody who doesn't walk out 20 minutes in?
That's you and Brandon. That's his favorite Disney movie. He'll tell you till the cows come home.
All
But
right, tell Brandon we're having like a 2 a.m. viewing party while you guys are asleep.
okay, sounds good.
Mary Poppins Returns and The Black Hole.
Right after we play,
Brandon's
What-
two favorite Disney movies.
right after we play Disney's Cards Against Humanity version.
Oh, I can't wait for this. I'm gonna bring
That's
some
very
wine. You're gonna bring that.
Yeah.
You know, we should raffle off like a night with us to the passengers for this hedonistic weekend with us.
So how about our passengers? We want them to let them know what their one item they would take or get or acquire.
We do. Passengers, after listening to this, go to our Grand Circle tour page and let us know if you could take one thing from the Disney archive, what would it be? And with that, we wish you a happy new year.